Terry Gannon, Paige McKenzie with you. Early highlights, and Nordqvist started just one off the lead. Look at this at the second.
Yeah, sometimes when you're playing for a championship, you need maybe a little luck going your way, and that was a good shot, but a little luck with the flag stick.
At the start for Brooke Henderson, a couple of birdies in her first 4 holes, and this at the 6th.
Yeah, the 6th hole with an accessible hole location today, and near perfection.
Won a major championship. Se-Young Kim's won 10 times in her career. Really accomplished player, looking for her first major championship.
Yeah, and this is a player that we've had our eye on several other major championships, trying to keep those momentum from the first couple of days going.
Good putt there, good bird. Not anywhere near with a tee shot, so scrambling to save par here. Well, you just mentioned it, and in major championships you're going to have those type putts for par, especially here. We get 2 of them right out of the gate. Come in the mix. This is her second at the 7th, 357 today. I think she was one of those who commented about what course is
Yes.
Kim playing, right?
She was, and this is coming from a player that's in contention. She knows just how difficult it is.
For birdie at 7, Lincecum.
Just a little left to right down the hill.
That is really well done.
Try to get her to play a little more conservatively at times. It'll be interesting if she takes this one on.
Perfect. It's a perfect lead.
She's gotten close, but hasn't quite closed the deal in a major.
Wow.
She did there, though.
It was absolute precision on both shots. Perfect location off of the tee to that hole location, and then a great execution with that birdie putt and a great bounce back.
You have to get the ball flag high here or just past the flag. You don't want to be short. Certainly don't want to be short left. And that is really good. There's a ridge, a very... It's for a second birdie of the day. Read it perfectly. So it bounces back. And Nordqvist 1 behind.
Inby Park at the 9th, 3rd shot, par 5.
You saw where that hole location is, kind of back. Pretty accessible today. Very nice.
Inby Park to get it to 2 under par. We all try to copy it right. Stacey Lewis, her second.
This is just a good look at exactly how sloped some of these fairways are. You can see the ball quite a bit above Stacey's feet. Now watch this. Perfectly played, a little ridge in that front left corner. It's a good look at birdie.
That's a good point, Kate. She's hit 24 greens in a row.
Lincecum for birdie. Great look back up the hill. Got to hit it. Got to hit it. And so that would have been for back-to-back birdies. Still 1 over for the day. Second shot. Up the hill. Flag at the back left today. 1 under for the round so far. And that one will come back if it doesn't go too far. Yeah, it's going to trundle back towards the hole. Watch out. Is it going to be a 2? Is it? Is it? Yes, it is. Well done. She won't know that it's gone in. She won't be able to see it. She may believe it because people will be sending the message back down the fairway. But that gets Mina Herigai to 1 under par, 17.
Mariah Stackhouse a moment ago. This for birdie. Long putt here.
Up and over the ridge. Very difficult hole location today, tucked behind this bunker. A lot of players will be playing from the center of the green.
We're seeing a few of those.
Yes.
From the fairway and on the green. Seemed like that was almost as long as the last one we saw.
Good. Good. Go ahead, just be good.
Put it right in there. Good putt there from Danielle Kang. So she's back to where she started the day. Nice bounce back after the mishap on the previous green.
Great positioning.
She's got room behind it, too.
Just go straight at it, why don't you? Young Kim, great look here for birdie. Oh, making it look easy on this 6th hole. So Se Young Kim with back-to-back birdie. To the 14th, check in with Lexi Thompson. 6 over for the championship. Started the day 2 over. Has had 5 bogeys today and a birdie. Maybe another one on the way here at the 14th for Lexi. But over at the 14th, Lexi Thompson to get it to 5 over. Which she does, but
407 today, the 2nd for NB Park.
It's a great shot.
Kelly Tan had a great start to this event on Thursday. Even par now. This for birdie.
And just a sweeping putt. It's going to be delicate coming down the hill.
This just earlier. And in. Well read. And does. So just one off the lead. Impressive career. You think about what she's done out here. 33 years old now, went to Arizona State, but 12 years on tour.
We would expect players to be a little conservative here. Play to the left. Anna doing just that.
yeah, sensible shot.
Nice club selection there. Another good look.
Yeah, that's for 3 in a row.
What this ball will do is it runs out of speed. Should have just a slight left to right break in it.
Got it. What a start for Nordqvist. 4 birdies in the first 8 holes. Front 9 playing about a shot easier today.
Back out to the action now at the 7th.
Yeah, Steve, looks and sounds great too. That's terrific. A moment ago, Danielle Kang here at 7.
Fabulous. Fabulous. Off a downhill lie out of the rough. Perfectly judged. Similar challenge. Downhill lie out of the rough. A little better angle. How good is that?
Those shots were not
How
that
good
easy.
is that? Did you see how high she was able to hit it off that downhill lie too? Tremendous.
Yesterday that she made 4 in a row. Wow, she is seeing it and feeling it right now.
Just pouring it in one after another. Meanwhile, Brooke Henderson at the 10th. Asking for it to sit.
For those that are hitting the good shots.
Up to the 11th.
Oh, this is a player who's hit so many good shots in her career. Hall of Fame career from MB Park up the hill at the 11th. And that is going to be below the hole. Wonderful shot there.
Just always hangs around, Tom.
Yeah, too far away at the 11th. MB Park for a birdie to get to 3 under par. Yeah, the great MB Park. Starting to get that putter working again. It's been a little inconsistent at times over the last couple of years.
68-70 the first 2 days for Lydia.
Good touch. It'll leave a nice little birdie putt.
Drop back 1 to 8.
Hitting a controlled fade off the tee versus a high draw. And this one looks really nice.
Yeah.
That wasn't too
No, I
conservative.
was going to say, when Se Young Kim's got it to 7 under par. maybe starting to think about a change in strategy.
Out to the play at the par 5 ninth, and Nordqvist from 84 yards.
Just a wedge. Should be able to access this pin. It's in a pretty flat portion of the green. Another good look.
And that to get it to 7. Ouch. Quite a good opportunity missed. So still one off the lead of Se-Young Kim.
For a birdie at the 11th. Quick putt back down the hill. Movement, as you can see, and just didn't have the pace. That would have been for a 5th birdie of the day. So Brooke is charging here at Aronimink, but not able to convert that one.
Tom, it is a course that has challenged the game's fun.
Most definitely, she hit a 280-yard drive. The wind is up, helping. 220 to the front. That sounded solid. Has a great line. Just depends how it bounces.
And just getting better by the second. A very good approach shot. That was on a line.
Well, great amateur career for Jennifer Cup.
Speaking of greens in regulation, she hit every one of them on this front 9, and finally her first birdie this morning.
The landing area, since you can't see it.
Good news is this green is pretty flat. Short of the hole and all the way up to the hole.
Yep, it's rolling right, pin high.
Yep, just about hole high, about 7-8
Yeah.
feet. Their early walk, I think she thought it might hang in there.
She made 6 birdies on this front 9 yesterday. I guess she'll just have to settle for 4 of them today. And she's trying to stay patient, even though she's missed 2 very makeable birdie putts the last 2 holes.
Danielle, certainly one of the favorites coming in, a winner of this event at Olympia Fields outside of Chicago. We left her birdie putt short.
We've seen a little bit of that this week. There's no guaranteed 2 putts on these greens. There's so much movement, a lot of uphill, downhill putts, making it difficult to snuggle it next to the hole in the lag putt. Those 4 or 5 footers have been testing the players this week. Interesting sawed-off finish. Smart play, taking up the edge of that bunker. You can tell. Hang on. You can tell how difficult that hole is to get to right over the bunker, but playing the slopes, knowing and doing her homework.
That ball in there close. Jody Ewart shad off. Keeps it going, curls it in. The winner in 2016 won it out at Sahali in Seattle.
57 years of age, making the weekend in a major championship. 75 in round 1, but 70 yesterday, coming towards the end of her day today. Not a great round. She's 5 over par, but last week was her first appearance in the US this year. She'd been back home in England, just outside of London, where she lives, but she said she wanted to come over and play in Galloway Township, New Jersey last week, just across the bay.
And for Inbee Park.
This hole, there's not a lot of room. It's tucked behind a bunker, and there's a lot of runoffs. Smart play, and I think it just stayed on top of that plateau.
very slow back up the hill. Really nicely done. Going to minimize the damage.
Yeah, there are such things as good bogeys when you are able to at least minimize the damage and walk away from a hole having hit at least a good shot, and that was a good putt.
Back the other way for bogey. And Lydia Ko 3 putting from, what was that, 3 feet? So we've seen there over at the 10th with Kupcho and then Lydia on the green at 11 how things can get away from you here quite quickly. It is accessible. We've already had an eagle here today. Nordqvist second.
Golf shot.
Caddy loves it. And this, if it doesn't go too far, should come back. Yeah, so there's a rise at the back of this green. They can use it as a backboard, and that is a wonderful shot from Anna Nordqvist, and a chance for her 5th birdie of the day.
Chairman of the board. Out to 11.
Nordqvist for the solo lead, so a little change at the top of the leaderboard.
Oh, that's a good putt.
That was clutch.
Man. Maybe one of those you look back and say, yeah, that's where I hung in. Didn't give up too much. This to share the lead for Brooke Henderson at 13. Remember, her speed was really off early on. It's gotten it together.
Yeah, yesterday was not her best putting day, but 5 under so far today.
Found something on the greens. Major champ. Great start to her career.
To the green, Carlota Segunda. A lot of break on this putt for the Spaniard.
A lot of break and a little bit uphill.
Segunda with a tough start today. 2 bogeys in the first 3 holes. Hasn't had a birdie, but had one there at the 11th to get it to 3 under par. She's had a really good couple of days. 65 yesterday, equaling the low round of the week. And then she is 5 under for the day. 10 under with no bogeys since the start of round 2.
They're playing the 7 yards uphill, so close to a 140 shot.
Yeah, got it spot on. Not always easy to get the number right. We saw Lydia Ko 3 putt here, no problem for Se Young Kim. She remains 1 back of Anna Nordqvist.
That way in the moment, but this even slower.
Oh,
So
wonderful.
good.
Just shy. Caddy's legs in the way. Had a wonderful restart after the COVID shutdown of the LPGA Tour. They restarted in early August, and she won the first 2 events back. The Drive On Championship at Inverness, famed Inverness Club in Toledo, Ohio. And then the Marathon LPGA Classic the next week.
Well, Tom, she said about last year at Hazeltine, any course that brings drama is where I want to play. And you could say the same thing about Inverness, where she won.
Where it's very tree-lined, it requires full attention on every single shot. She seems to excel at. In major championships, of course.
Yeah, well done there.
That is a characteristic.
Keeps the round going. What a wonderful day it has been.
5, Mariah Stackhouse on the tee. The par 3 here, 137.
A whole location just on a plateau on the right-hand side. Anything short left of it is okay. Just like that.
That's the best we've seen.
Aggressive line.
I mean, that is a tough hole location. A moment ago, 17.
Barely see that flag stick just on the far right corner. I want to play it just left of this whole location. Or.
Oh.
Or.
So close.
So close.
Hannah Green, defending champ, really made a great run to make it to the weekend yesterday.
Yeah, had a rough first round, but was able to have a nice little charge. You can see that 66 in the second round to at least make the weekend. Good play.
Going to come back at all? Had it right in the center. Just another rotation or two.
tougher flag locations I've seen these last 3 days, so pushing it towards the back of the green certainly brought a little bit of risk into the equation, but easy to do when you always hit it where you're looking, as Anna does.
Kelly Tan here at 12. This for par.
Had a putt very similar to the one we saw with Saganda. This with a little bit of right to left break in it. Kelly's been a little bit out of sorts all day today, just has not picked up any positive momentum.
It's a new position for her to be in. You could come off the Symetra Tour the last couple of years. She had previously held her LPGA Tour card, and just getting back into it, having a great 2020.
Ariya Jutanugarn on the tee at the par 3. Finishing up on this 9. It's a 2-tee start, players in 3 balls. And that will leave Ariya a chance for birdie. And Ariya Jutanugarn, we saw the tee shot from a player who has graced the top of the world rankings on 3 occasions, the last of which was at the beginning of last year. Good birdie there. And a nice run of birdies on this front 9, her final 9 of the day. 4 birdies in 5 holes.
Danielle going with a hybrid.
Get our top tracer presented by KPMG in the ball flight, left to right.
That's a beautiful shot with that tucked hole location from 192 out.
She actually talked about how during the COVID break she was working with Butch Harmon on how to loft her fairway metals a little bit more, be able to come in with a little more control into the longer holes. Certainly paid off there.
Cupcho on the way here at 12. Just does carry that ridge.
It's friendly. When you get it in that little channel, you can use the release to...
Ariya Jutanugarn, not as accomplished on the tour, just 1 win. That was in Los Angeles a few years ago. This, her 3rd at the 16th hole.
Yeah, only 1 of 2 par 5s on the golf course. You got to pick your points to be aggressive. And 16 today, you can be, and that'll leave a nice birdie putt.
Did finish in the sand. Let's go to 18.
Pagdananan, this for par. 65 after the 65 yesterday.
Park was one of those players that came up short right, chipped basically across the whole length of the green. Left it below the hole, and MB Park with a birdie. Had plenty of birdies today. Look at that, 6 birdies on the card. She moves to 4 under par. She's only a couple behind.
Maybe the key around here to have those to say par.
Stress-free pars are a good thing.
Just a smooth one. Kind of flighted it down a little.
Beauty
Very nice.
indeed. Yep.
3rd shot for Brooke Henderson. I think she'll go at this flag. You've got to get the number right. Get it dialed in. Asking for it to sit down. It is going to sit down. Lovely shot.
Yeah, nice.
Really knew whether it would or not. Danielle Kang, this for par a moment ago. Solid.
Really nice save.
You know, in the last major championship, she shared the lead going into the final round, and it was the 3rd round 65.
Good 2-putt in the end for Anna Nordqvist.
You've got it right.
And learning.
Some beautiful homes and acreage around here.
Cup choke.
Also going with the 6-iron. Hits her irons very high.
Yeah, again, just not quite on that correct portion. made a massive impact on Danielle. And you know, there's a lot to this this lady away from the golf course that we don't know about.
So the 7-time major champ who won 3 of these in a row.
Now, Se-Young Kim to save par. Okay, no problems there for Se-Young. Mentioned not winning a major championship, but she did win the CME Group Tour Championship last year.
King ready now.
This is a nice high draw. If it's the right distance.
Really nice.
She's keeping a good attitude, Paige, despite the discomfort.
Moment to go at the 18th. Gabby Lopez in her second.
Well, we saw that hole where it's just hidden behind the bunker. Gotta loft it up high to get it to stop. Beautiful. On that downslope to be able to get some spin, it was a great shot.
You can do it. It's possible.
Very accomplished player.
This be some birdie here. Gabby Lopez at 18. Yeah, you got to make that one after the approach, right?
If you hit it that good, finish it off, and what a great way to end the day.
I think it's because she has such a multi-dimensional game.
There's the swagger.
She also has a tremendous flair for the dramatic, and some of the wins that she's had, it's been exceptional in how she's gotten it done.
Terrific day. Made the charge today with that 65. So after the opening round 71. Ouch. That hurts.
Wasn't that long of a first putt.
You know, periods of their career, and certainly Anna's no different, but this is going to feel like a birdie. I'm sure when she hit that wedge in the bunker, she was extremely worried about what she was going to face, but to walk away with 5 has got to be a good moment for her now as she walks towards 17T.
You know, there's major championships on the schedule, but I know a lot of players specifically look forward to this one because of the stature on the schedule.
This green generally slopes from left to right. The left side is higher than the right side, so this should go left to right, but it has fooled so many players today. That was a moment ago. Yeah, nicely done. Good strategy on that hole. It worked out for Se-Young with the second shot left of the green.
And that's exactly what she did. That was just a soft little 9.
Don't have to do any more than that. Back with the par putt at 17 for the leader. 8 under. Stays right there. Danielle King, by the way, made bogey, so back-to-back bogeys for her.
Se-Young Kim is going to learn a lot from this putt, as her ball is like 2 inches closer on the same line. Had to move her ball mark over. Not much movement in this putt. Just a little leak to the right as it slows down.
Well, that's a good teach.
That's a great read.
You know.
So par for Cupcho.
Yeah, just not clean the last 3 holes.
Well, and mentally going into the final round, when you know if you miss greens,
Yeah.
what are you going to do?
It'll catch up with you eventually.